hi, welcome back to another episode of Then We Eat. On today's episode, we're gonna go way back to the very first video that we did, and we're gonna revisit double baked potatoes. So the first thing we need to do is we need to cook our potatoes. I'm going to cheat and I'm going to start them in the microwave. I'm going to put them in the microwave for about 7 minutes on high, but the first thing we need to do is we need to poke some holes in it so the steam can escape. So I'm just going to poke them twice each potato. If you don't do this, your potatoes could build up steam and they could explode in the microwave. So you just want to make sure that they're not going to explode everywhere. And we'll put them in the microwave for 7 minutes. And while the potatoes are in the microwave cooking, let's cut up some bacon. So I have 9 strips of bacon here. Yes, I did say 9. We package them in 9 because there's 3 people in our family. So you need about a half a package of bacon. That's what I have. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it lengthwise in half. And I'm going to do the same with my other piece. And then I'm just going to cut them into slices. If you like to cook your bacon as whole and then crumble it up afterwards, you're welcome to do that. I just find that it cooks better this way. You get a more even piece of bacon in your potato too. You don't have big chunks versus small chunks. So you're going to cut it as thick as what you'd like your bacon to be. So if you like small little skinny strips and you like it cooked really crispy, then cut them thin. If you like thicker strips where you've still got a little bit of meat on your bacon, then cut it a little thicker. And there's the bacon cut up. I'm just going to set this aside. So our potatoes have come out of the microwave. As you can see, if I put the knife in, the knife does go in, but there is still some resistance. So they have started to cook, but they need to finish. So I'm going to put these in the oven now. I've got my oven preheated to 375. So we're going to put these in for about an hour. We'll check them at about 45 minutes to see how they're cooking. And we'll be back when they're cooked. So let's finish some of the prep work. So we're gonna cut up some chives. These are some fresh chives. We just picked them from the garden. I've given them a quick wash. So now we're just gonna cut them up. I find it's the easiest way to do it is just with a pair of scissors. So just hold on to them and then just chop them into the size that you want. And it really is just that easy. You just keep sliding your hand down a little bit. You're looking for maybe a quarter of a cup when all said and done. These are the first chives of the season. They smell absolutely amazing. So if you don't have chives, you can use green onions or you can just use a regular onion. So there's our chives. That's what I ended up with. That's what we're gonna have. So let's put this aside and now let's cook some bacon. So we're gonna turn the induction on. If you've seen any of our other videos, you'll know we like to cook our bacon in a cold frying pan. So let's put the bacon in and we'll let that cook. And while we're letting our bacon cook, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching the video. Hit the like if you liked what you saw, share it with your friends, hit the notification bell, let you know when we upload a new video. We upload every Friday. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and don't forget, comment down below. Let us know where you're from, how you're doing, or even what you'd like to see us make next. We love to hear from you. I know my bacon's getting close because it's starting to bubble. Wow. All right, let's try that again. You'll know your bacon's getting close because it'll start to bubble. The sound goes from like a boiling water to a frying oil. As you can see, it's bubbling up nicely around the bacon, so we know that it's almost cooked. Okay, so I think our bacon is cooked. I'm going to turn off the induction and we're going to strain it. I've got a paper towel here. We're just going to drain it onto the paper towel. So there's our bacon. We'll put this aside. And the last thing we need to do is grate some cheese. We'll get our fancy dancy cheese grater out. Okay, so I might be a little strange, but I like to put a piece of wax paper down with my cheese grater so that anything that falls off the grater is on some wax paper and I can collect it easier. So we've got a nice stick of some Parmesan cheese. Well, it all fall apart. And we're just gonna give that a grate. I need enough for about a half a cup, so we'll see you when the potatoes come out of the oven. Well, our potatoes are baked and they're out of the oven. Let's continue with the double baked potatoes. So I've got my bowl out, and to my bowl I'm going to add about a half a cup of butter. My butter is not soft. It's not super hard, but it's not soft either. I've just taken it out of the fridge. It's okay if your butter is hard because your hot potatoes are going to actually melt it. So now you're going to take your potato and you're going to cut it lengthwise in half. They're hot, so I'm going to put on a glove. Then I'm going to take a small knife and on an angle, I'm going to run it around the outside of the potato. And then I'm just going to crisscross. The reason I do that is I find it much easier to scoop the potato out because it's already got an area where it can start to follow. So it's much easier to scoop the potato. And then what you want to do is you want to carve out as much from the inside as you can, but you still want to leave some of your potato in there. So I would say maybe at a 1/4 of an inch around the whole potato you want to leave in as. So we'll show you that again. So you're going to take your potato. Sorry, it's hot. Take your potato, score it around the edge. Top, bottom, crisscross. Then when you scoop it, it all comes out. Then you can just scrape out what you don't want. Again, you want to leave about a 1/4 of an inch around the outside of your potato. By leaving a 1/4 of an inch around the outside of your potato, first of all, your potato's not going to fall apart when you pick it up, but you still have a little bit of potato left when you go to eat it. When you scoop your potato out, make sure that you put it on top of the lump of butter, because what you're actually trying to do is you're trying to melt that piece of butter. Now the potatoes are very hot, so it should do the job. And there's all our potatoes scooped. Now you're going to take a fork and you're just going to give it a little bit of a mash. What you want to do is you want to incorporate that butter and you want to get any of the big chunks down into a smaller chunk. So you're looking for more like a mashed potato. We'll call it smashed potato. To our mixture, we're going to add 1 cup of sour cream. This is a 500 milliliter container, so I'm going to add half of it. Half a cup of our Parmesan cheese we grated. The chives we cut up earlier. And of course the bacon that we cooked. And we're going to give that a mix. Okay, I would say that's pretty well mixed. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add our mixture back to our potato skins. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've got enough in just to fill your skin. So about that much to start. And once we have them all filled, we'll go through and we'll top them up. Okay, so all the potatoes are filled. I've got a little bit of filling left, so now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to top up, give each one a little bit more. And there you have it. Double baked potatoes ready for the oven. I'm going to take these 3 and I'm going to cook these for dinner. So I'm going to put them on the barbecue for about 20 minutes until they're cooked through and they've got a nice crust on the top. The rest of these I'm going to wrap up and I'm going to put them in the freezer. They freeze well, they freeze really well for up to 3 months. And when you need a quick meal, take them out, defrost them, and when you go to cook them, you're going to want to cook them for about 30 to 35 minutes. You want to make sure that they're cooked inside and they're golden brown on top. So we'll put these on the barbecue and we'll see you when they're cooked. So the potatoes are out of the oven, they're cooked, they're heated through. Now it's time to try them. So this is what they look like when they come out of the oven. You can see they're nice and brown. They've got a nice crust on the top. They're not overcooked and they're heated through. So let's try one and we'll see how we did. Oh, Besides the fact that they're hot, they are really good. You get the creaminess from the butter, and you can't help that bacon. And there's just enough saltiness in there from the cheese and the bacon. They're absolutely perfect. This is a fantastic meal idea. And the best part is, I've got more in the freezer. So if during the week I find I'm short of time, just take them out, pop them in the oven. So that pretty much does it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Oh, and don't forget, first we cook, then we eat.